Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new in this channel, please subscribe. If you're a returning subscribers, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming back to watch the video. Please don't forget to like the video, comment and share. It is very important. If you are a state of Mazi Nnamdi, this video will excite you so much. If you are not, you will learn a lot from this video, because most people don't know why some people that have been following Mazi Nnamdi for years, were able to dictate when Mazi Nnamdi said something and when he did not. If you are following the event, most of Igbo politicians, down to Mazi Nnamdi lawyers and some of his siblings, came out saying that Mazi Nnamdi told them to pass to the public that sit at home should be cut off. It was very, very, difficult for people to accept. It was very, very difficult to believe that Mazi Nnamdi said something like that. After following him for years, learning a lot, following his choice of words, what he believed in, what he can do and what he cannot do. Most of all that have been following him since 2013, 2012, 13, 14, 15, down to 19, were able to, tell what Mazi Nnamdi could able to do. We noticed that some people who are, championing the information from DSS that he called us sit at home, that he want the economy of Southeast to grow, that he's so happy to, he's so happy to politicians, their actions and what they are doing, that he is not against Igbo politicians, that he appreciates them so much. A lot of things were coming out, and it was all sounding so strange, because we know Mazi Nnamdi very, very, very well. And some people said no, that it is wrong for you not to believe him, that those people are close to him, they are the one visiting him in DSS. Then the question came up, to them that are saying those things. Why don't you, bring Mazi Nnamdi out? Let him say those things with his words, with his mouth, his voice and everything. Let him come out. If you want to video him. That is not that does not mean that you release him. You can stay there in DSS. Let him make a video and say that. Some people said even if he says so, that is not going to be accepted, because he could be saying those things under duress. So people were coming back, going back and forward with different ideas and information. But some of us have been following him for years, knows when he speaks. Now I'm going to play one of his teachings. Please listen from beginning to the end. Then you have your answer. Then you will know if Mazi Nnamdi said what those people are saying that he sent to them to, publicize and to the public, to the general public. You will know. You will have your answer. You are not going to have any doubt anymore. Just listen from beginning to the end. Thank you.
In every part of the world, God Almighty in heaven, in his infinite mercy and wisdom, have always chosen one race to carry out any of his blessings, or should I say undertaking, at any point in history. What am I trying to say? When God wanted to develop Southeast Asia, he used Japan. When Elohim wanted to industrialize the world, he used Britain. It was called the industrial, first the agricultural revolution and then the industrial revolution. When Elohim wanted to educate the world as to the, should I say, niceties or benefits of social media, should I say, the internet and all the rest of it, the virtual world, so to speak, he brought in the US. When Chukwu Okike Abiama wanted to make mobile phones available to everybody, he brought Nokia. I think that's in Finland. Mass production. When Elohim wanted the cost of goods and services to be reduced drastically, that poor people living in Africa can afford to have a flat screen television, he brought China for mass production. Now listen to me very carefully. The time has come. God Almighty wants to liberate not just Biafra, but the whole of Africa. And you know what God has done? He has chosen Biafra to do it. Because without Japan, today China wouldn't be great. The first roaring economy from that part of the world in Southeast Asia was Japan. Now South Korea, Taiwan, all the rest of them, everybody had to emulate, to copy. Do you know the reason why? Because when you go begging from Southeast Asia, today you have Malaysia, you have Indonesia, you have Singapore, everybody is doing fantastically well because they had a Japan to look up to. Follow me very carefully. Jealousy, envy, or hatred doesn't solve this very simple conundrum. It's very simple, but I want you to understand it. That is how God works. When God wanted to liberate South Africa, he brought Nelson Mandela, brought Steve Biko, of course. There are other people that will come along. When God wanted to liberate black people, not just in America, but the whole world to an extent, he went for Martin Luther King Jr. And the person who connived or betrayed Martin Luther King Jr. even slapped him in front of his hotel. That was in Memphis. It was a black woman. The fact that you can go to the US today and get a job, the fact that they can go to the US today and, fly even first class in an aircraft, in an aeroplane, is down to the work that Martin Luther King Jr. did, and also Malcolm X and all the rest of them. When it comes to Africa, God Almighty in heaven, in his infinite wisdom and mercy, have chosen Biafra. So Biafra can never ever be against anybody. And let me tell you something. Once Biafra becomes free, everybody becomes free. Those harping on about one Nigeria, or the unsustainability of one Nigeria, are those who are benefiting from it. They are your governors. If you're telling them about what would benefit the society or our children unborn, they will tell you not under my watch. The most dangerous person in front of you is a politician in Nigeria. Not the old woman in your village or the tree that is over 2,000 years old, no. The destiny destroyers you have, in fact in the whole of Africa, are politicians. Because they are evil. They are doing the work of Satan. You may not believe me, but ask yourself this very simple question: which African country is doing very well? Just please explain to me. Is it South Africa? You want to say South Africa? Go there and see what is happening. Or what has been happening since the white people left leadership. Now is the time for us to be free. I want to reiterate under oath, because I am always under oath 24 hours a day. If the oil and gas from Biafra land is your problem, I swear before God Almighty in heaven, on my honor, my life, and that of my family, that I will distribute oil and gas from Biafra land for free to the entire West African sub-region. For free. Do you know why? So that their economies can grow as well. We need people to buy our goods and our services. Why do you think America gives grants to people all over the world? Why do you think the EU gives grants? Even China gives grants to everybody. Even Australia. Why? Because poor people cannot buy Range Rover. Do you understand it? They need to help you inadvertently to grow your economy so you can have the spending power to buy the goods and services that they produce. It is called common sense. It is not stupidity. You all can remember very clearly what happened between 67 and 70, because every time we talk about our eternal leader, the great Dame Ojukwu did not declare Biafra because he wanted to. Ojukwu went to Aburi to negotiate for restructuring. And he succeeded in negotiating for a restructured Nigeria back to regions. Listen very carefully. On the ride from their hotel to the airport, I think it was Ankara, who was the then military junta ruling Ghana. Ojukwu and Gowon were best of friends. Ojukwu said, when we go back to Lagos, I will be the person to nominate Yakubu Gowon as the head of state. I hope all of you are following what I'm saying. Ojukwu never declared Biafra. Britain scuttled it because Britain did not want any of you to become developed. They didn't want you to control your own economy. They never wanted you to have a life of your own. You are what you are today because of us. You are nobody. We made you. They love it. So every time we'll be crying, Africa needs aid. Africa needs help. Give them grant. There is vaccine. Why don't you help them? There is polio. There is malaria. Let's help them. They look at us as imbeciles who cannot fend for themselves. They love it. That's the mentality they have. They knew that Ojukwu would have destroyed that. That was why they hated him. Ojukwu only declared Biafra because Gowon reneged on restructuring. Gowon said, no, we are not going to restructure. And Ojukwu said, this was not what we agreed in Aburi. Since you are now saying you are not going to restructure and Igbo people were being slaughtered in the north, Ojukwu said, I will now create a safe haven for persecuted people in the northeasterners to come back home. And that time, everybody was in this agreement together. Efi, Kibibio, everybody was represented in Ojukwu's cabinet. The man that suggested that the name Biafra should be used was an Ijo man. An Ijo man. Ijo is on Chief Frank Opigo. An Ijo man. So when people talk about Biafra, Ojukwu's Biafra, they will never tell you he's Ijo Biafra. They will never tell you he was an Ijo man. Ijo. That said to Ojukwu, our original name is Biafra. And Ojukwu adopted it. Then the propaganda started flying. Sadly, from our Yoruba brethren. Then, very sadly, the lies began. The same lies that they were peddling that led them to label IPOB as a terrorist organization. But people occupying Yoruba forests, people raping and killing in Izombe, people raping and killing at Ozo1, people brazenly attempting to take over the whole of Benue State, they are not terrorists. I want people to, at least those that still have some measure of conscience, to understand what I'm saying. People who are raping and killing you, they are not terrorists. They are not proscribed Mietiala, no. They are normal. You negotiate with them. You talk to them. You parley with them. But IPOB that is championing the freedom of everybody in Nigeria, I said everybody. Sometimes people misunderstand what we are doing. Biafra is a vehicle with which we are going to liberate everybody. Only Biafra can save you. Why am I saying this? And I want you to listen very carefully, please, and note what I'm saying down. Fortunately, the people of the South are gifted with a sense of responsibility, and if things doesn't work out, rebellion. If we stay in one Nigeria, for instance, let's say we collapse IPOB, do you think that any minority in the Fulani conquered North will be able to rise up to challenge them? If the answer is no, then other people who must do it, those who are able should do it. That is why IPOB, this Biafra movement, needs the support of everybody. It doesn't matter where you come from. Once you are suffering within Nigeria, you need IPOB and you need Biafra. Let's say we collapse IPOB tonight and stop our agitation. How are you going to get electricity in your lifetime? How are you ever going to get good roads? How will you ever hold your corrupt and inept politicians responsible? And more importantly, how are you going to stop Fulanis from taking over your ancestral lands? How? Just tell me. If you want to remain in one Nigeria, I'm not begrudging you, but look at Hausa people. That is going to be your fate. You are going to be a people devoid of honor and integrity. You will only exist as a people if at all they will allow you to exist. Now you understand it. That is why we are doing what we are doing. We must cut out all the distortions, all the falsehoods, all the outright lies against what IPOB stands for. Anybody against IPOB is working for the politician.
I believe that you have listened from beginning to the end. I believe that you have listened to him, and I also believe that you have learned a lot from these teachings. Now, I believe you have your answers as well. So you tell me in the comment section, after listening to these teachings, do you think that this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent those things that people are publicizing, saying that he sent to them from DSS dungeon? Is this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu going to say such things? Do you think he said those things to them? Do you really think that those things come from such person? Please let me know in the comment section. Comment. Let's share the ideas together. Thank you. Please don't forget to like the video, comment and share. See you in my next video. Bye bye.